Welcome to Visions of Our People, where we feature brothers and sisters who have followed their vision to build businesses, institutions, or services that serve, profit, and uplift our community. Listen as we share the ideas, experiences, and skills that help to shape their unique stories of commitment, perseverance, and triumph. Be inspired and catch your vision on Visions of Our People. Now, here's our host.
Pamoja Tutashinda, brothers and sisters, together we will win. This is Kafing Nwafrika Moore, your host and producer of Visions of Our People. And today we're sharing the vision of Mwalimu Tony Abasi Hill and his beautiful queen wife, Bishop Asha Hill. They are founders of the Feed My Sheep program in Atlanta, Georgia. They started the Feed My Sheep program in August of 2008. And while participating in an Earth Day celebration, they noticed a large amount of homeless brothers and sisters sitting in an empty field. And so they asked themselves, what could they do to make a difference for these brothers? So they took action by calling together the Ministerial Fellowship and other members of the Shrines of the Black Madonna number 9 in Atlanta to help feed those brothers. Feed My Sheep started off feeding the homeless twice a month by preparing 30 plates. They then found that to be inadequate. They moved to 60 plates, then to 100 plates, and then to 100 to 200 plates bi-weekly with the help of Shrine members. Currently, Feed My Sheep is feeding the homeless once a month by delivering 75 to 100 plates to a men's shelter in Atlanta. Feed My Sheep estimates that it has delivered over 30,000 plates to the homeless over a 10-year period. Well, welcome to Visions of Our People, my brother and my sister.
Well, thank you.
We're so glad that you have us.
Sure. Glad to have you all. Can you all tell us who Mwalimu Tony Abasi and Bishop Asha Hill are?
Well, yeah, we've been married for 36 plus years.
Wow.
We are both from the east side of Youngstown.
Okay.
Where the share line of Youngstown, Ohio. We've been knowing one another since we were teens. I mean, early teens, like 12 and 14 years old. We've been married for 36 years. We have two sons, Rashad and Amari, who is deceased. And we're long members of the Shrines of the Black Madonna. She's been there for 30 years, and I'm going on 28 and a half, 29 years.
We're both long-term members of the Shrine of the Black Madonna, and I would like to add that it has totally transformed our lives.
It's great to hear that. I'm sure that that day that you are out at that Earth Day celebration and you all saw all those homeless brothers in that empty field, that a lot of people saw them out there, but you all were motivated to do something and take action. What was it about you all that you all took action that maybe other people didn't affect them the same way?
Well, as you know, KP, with you living here in Atlanta for years, Atlanta has always had a high number of quote-unquote homeless people. And that particular day, I guess it just dawned on me, or it did something to me, because you see people on the corners, you see people lying on the sidewalks in downtown Atlanta, or you see them scavenging through trash cans trying to get something to eat. But that particular day, there were probably 20 to 30 brothers and sisters just basically sitting around, lying around in the field, and we said, we need to do something about that. We have to do something about it. So we went back to the church and told, the membership, the ministerial membership, that we needed to do something about it. And we said, okay, well, we'll just start feeding, our brothers and sisters. And we organized like we always do in the church. with groups participating. We started out, we did 30 plates. We took them out. I mean, within 15 minutes, they were gone.
Mm.
And I come back and said, man, that was something, and that wasn't enough. So we need to step up our game. So the next time we made up 60 plates. And what we were doing at that particular time, we were basically going underneath the bridges. Downtown Atlanta, we would divide the 60 plates up, and one group would go downtown Atlanta, and I and a few other people would just go basically underneath the byways of the overpasses, and we just started feeding people, and we really got to know these people. Matter of fact, in this one situation, there were these brothers that, I used to go to the same location every time. And I got to know these brothers by name. And this one brother named Gino in particular, he had been sleeping underneath this bridge for 15 years. Literally in the same place. And Gino had gotten so sick, and he had gout, he had diabetes and everything else. His legs were so swollen, he could hardly get up off the cot and just walk 3 feet to get the plate. I used to say, Gino, come on, get up and get this plate. And it was a challenge for him. But I got to know them very well. We made a delicious, delicious plate. We had grits, we had eggs, we always had turkey sausage. We had the best bread. We would go get, Arnold's bread. We had water. We would say prayers for them. And this brother eventually, through our efforts and others, was able to recover.
Wow.
He was able to recover. And matter of fact, I go and see him from time to time. He has an apartment that he shares with some other brothers over on Moreland Avenue. So he went from underneath that bridge for 15 years to an apartment over on Moreland Avenue, and now the brother is walking. They literally wanted to amputate his leg.
Wow, that's a great pick up your bed and walk story, my brother.
Yes.
It don't get no better than that. So how did you all actually locate these brothers and sisters?
Yes, Brother KP, what we did do as we rode through different areas near downtown Atlanta, of course, that's where many of our brothers and sisters are sleeping under bridges. We actually targeted those areas. Say, okay, these are the places that we see our brothers and sisters are in need, are in trouble. So we decided to choose those locations and take the plates out to our brothers and sisters.
Yeah, and what we tried to do, we didn't want to go to too many different places where we weren't adequately feeding them. So we said, let's just go to the same locations. And that's how we did it. That's how we were able to get to know brothers like Gino and others, that we just did it over and over, to the point where, again, we, learned their names. They knew who we were. They knew when we were coming. They looked forward to, us coming, because we always had good meals. We made sure we prepared the food properly. We weren't just throwing together anything, because oftentimes when they're out there, people bring, just anything.
Right.
And we said we weren't going to do that. So we put a lot of love into it. And we just targeted the same areas over and over and over, where we thought, we were making a difference in their lives.
So was there any particular time of day that you all would do this?
What we did, we always went over to the church in the morning, we would arrive somewhere around between 9 o'clock a.m. at the latest. We had our marvelous cooks to prepare the food. Then we placed the food in disposable paper plates, and then we just targeted those certain areas where we saw our brothers and sisters actually sleeping, and if you want to call it living, under bridges. So those were the areas that we targeted, and we served the food to our brothers and sisters there.
Can you all give a shout out to who the cooks were?
We had Fundi Olabayo, we had Mother Obadiah, we had Faluke, now we have Mother Njinga, and, you know, that's basically it for the cook. So those were the people that prepared the food on a regular basis. And again, we've been doing it for 10 years.
Wow.
Even when the groups were doing it, we still had basically the same cooks because we wanted the quality to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great shout out to the cooks, because without the cooks, we could not offer this great program.
Go ahead. And you all were using the Shrine of the Black Madonna No. 9 kitchen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, brother.
Uh-huh.
Why do you all think there's so many homeless people in Atlanta?
Well, the number one cause of homelessness in the United States is affordable housing, then inadequate income, which we know Atlanta has low wages. Oftentimes when you come here, you got to work 2 jobs just to make it because the wages are so low. So coupled with that, and then you know Atlanta has always struggled with a great educational system. Remember, we used to talk about in the Shrine about the changing eras, going from an agricultural era to an industrial era to a computer era and post-industrial era to computer era, and a lot of people just weren't prepared.
I think that's I feel confident based on what I've read and what I've learned over time, Brother K-Thing. That is a great problem where we, as a country, transition from the agricultural to the industrial to the post-industrial, which was now the computer age technology. And that has left even a greater number of our brothers and sisters out on the street, out of the society where they can really come in and have a job or gain employment that will sustain the needs that they have.
How can listeners participate in donating to the program?
You just have to mail the donation into the church, the Shrine of the Black Madonna.
Okay.
944 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, Atlanta, Georgia, 30310.
Brothers and sisters, you have been listening to Mwalimu, Tony Abasi, and Bishop Asha Hill of the Feed My Sheep Ministry of the Shrines of the Black Madonna No. 9 in Atlanta, Georgia, as they share their vision of feeding the homeless in Atlanta. If you would like to donate to the Feed My Sheep Ministry, send your donations to Shrines of the Black Madonna No. 9, 944 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, Atlanta, Georgia, 30310. Or you can donate online at www.theyearofrestoration.org and indicate that your donation is to the Feed My Sheep Ministry. You can catch us, Visions of Our People, on YouTube at Kafing Moore or on Facebook at Promote the Vision. And you can support our podcast on PayPal at kafingmore@aol.com. Join us again for more Visions of Our People.
Thank you for joining us for Visions of Our People. We hope that our stories of commitment, perseverance, and triumph have inspired you to follow your vision of creating businesses, institutions, and services that uplift our brothers and sisters, serve our community, and make us the great people that our Creator made us to be. We wish you peace and blessings, and we invite you to join us again for Visions of Our People.